I'm like legitimately shaking. Honestly, beating the Saints is one thing, but holding onto a freaking lead for the Falcons is another, apparently. So I have an early Christmas present. I would like a Matt Ryan, Cordarrelle Patterson, and Younghoe Koo jersey, please. I would like to hang that on my wall right now. I would love, 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 love to have that. Woo! Oh, man. Now, should we have allowed the Saints to come back? No. Not at all. We should not have allowed that at all. That was unnecessary. Defense was actually playing good in the first half. And then they choked in the second half, which I know is kind of like, a saying that always goes on for this team. But still, though, we shouldn't have allowed the Saints to come back at all. But I saw some players make plays. AJ Terrell, I still would give him another year to say he's in that, top 10, top 5 category of corners, but he's really, really, really good, though. AJ Terrell is an awesome player. Grady Jarrett, of course, made some plays. Foye Lukin, despite that one boneheaded, roughing the passer play he had, he actually did pretty good. Deion Jones is kind of picking up the pace, so it's not that the defense is talentless, but they just got to get better. Dean Pease has got to coach better. I know he doesn't have the most talent in the world, but he has got to coach better. This is unacceptable. So defense, play better, please. That was against Trevor Siemian. Come on. And then we have a big, big challenge ahead of us with Dak Prescott. I know they lost to the Broncos, I'm pretty sure, but bad losses happen. The Cowboys could bounce back from this. So defense has to step up. Now, as for the offense, the O-line, for the most part, played well. I mean, they had, some hiccups here and there, but they played all right. Mike Davis, that player scared me at the very end. I feel like I keep pointing. That player at the very end nearly gave me a heart attack. It was a simple run to run out the clock, and he almost fumbled that away. I'm like, don't do that again. But, the running game wasn't exactly there, but Matt Ryan had the wheels, and Cordarrelle Patterson, of course, made plays. But as far as the passing game goes, Tashi Sharp is kind of an underrated receiver for us. He's actually okay. Kyle Pitts had some good plays. Russell Gage was all right, but can we just say that Matt Ryan and Cordarrelle Patterson are kind of in contention to be the best duo in the NFL. Matt Ryan is so very clear as day, not the problem with the Falcons. If you seriously walk away from this thinking that Matt Ryan and the offense is why we started to choke the lead, come on, get a brain. Matt Ryan was throwing some dimes, and that one dime to Cordarrelle Patterson to get us in field goal range told me everything. I was like, okay, he's not the problem. He never was. He is never going to be a problem. And then Cordarrelle Patterson, give me that man's jersey. I'm ready. I'm ready to get that man's jersey. All right? This guy, I don't know what to say. He's seriously just so inspirational. He's so good. I didn't think he was going to be, that big of an impact for us, but he is. And then Younghoe Koo. Younghoe freaking Koo. The Falcons, I know it's just a kicker, but they can't let that man go. I mean, do you see the amount of times he comes in clutch? So, I think Matt Ryan, Cordarrelle Patterson, and Younghoe Koo are pretty easily kind of the faces right now for the Falcons. And we have to find a way to get them more wins. The Panthers lost today, so the Falcons, I think, are third in the NFC South, I think, and their record is 4-4. Still a long way to go if we want to make the playoffs, but I guess we did have sort of a prove-it win here against the Saints, but we have two big challenges ahead, the Cowboys and the Patriots. If we can win, really both of those preferably, but if we can win at least one of them, then maybe the heat is steaming up for this Falcons team, but still a long way to go. So overall, Matt Ryan, Cordarrelle Patterson, Younghoe Koo, get me these man's jerseys. And then the defense needs to be better. And let's get the win next week against Dan Quinn. Rise up.